That's right. Stay a while and listen. Oh, it's another Midnight Ramen. We're doing it again. I know. We took a break for a while, but now we're back.
Well, we got hungry, so.
Yes. And today we are going to talk all things... Ooh, I'm a little hot. It's okay. That's why. This is why, this is what you get when you pay for the special stuff. You get to hear all the behind-the-scenes shit.
Oops.
My bad. So, I decided to do Midnight Ramen again for a while. We kind of took a break from it. But because you and I like doing kind of like an opener,
Yeah.
I thought, what better way just to do Midnight Ramen kind of as their opener? Because I got a big announcement today, guys. Season 4 of Knife Party is coming up. It's going to be bi-weekly.
Ah.
We're going to spend more time on shows.
Yeah.
And we're going to pick our movies more carefully, and we're going to spend more time on it. Now, that doesn't mean I'm not going to do extra content for the Patreon.
Right, of course.
But that means you're going to get bigger shows with Antonious and me solely. No more solo episodes.
Okay.
So all of my solo stuff is going to be on the Patreon. So that being said, what a great way to kind of start off is putting more content on the Patreon. We need more content on there. And on the free show, yeah, you're going to get everything you got. It's just going to be less of it, but more of it, meaning you're going to get hour-and-a-half episodes rather than 40 or an hour episodes, and we're going to handpick our movies a little bit more carefully. We're still going to do Stop the Bikes, of course. When we get to Stop the Bike, I'm going to go ahead and do that by my selfies, but Antonious and I are going to be handpicking the movies, and in fact, we're going to be doing even a... Let's go to the lobby, coming attractions, and we're going to be telling you what's going to happen for that month. So, yeah, basically, bigger reviews, but less reviews. I'm going to call them blockbusters and not reviews.
Ooh, blockbusters. I like it.
But just like Blockbuster, video games are also in the house of Blockbuster Video, or at least were. And we're going to be talking about D4. So this game...
D4? Like the die?
No, not the thing you step on that will end your career. I'm talking about like Diablo 4. So,
oh, Diablo 4.
That's right. So anyway, you were playing this since launch, correct?
Yeah.
And this launched, 2 years ago?
Was it really that long?
It's been a minute.
Yeah, like year and a half, 2 years, something like that.
And what I got to say about the Diablo series is they haven't missed the mark at all. Like, one still to this day is a great playthrough. I'm currently playing Diablo 2 because it's the only thing I haven't done is I've never beaten it in hardcore mode all the way through.
Ah, okay.
So I'm in Nightmare. I'm in Act 1 in Nightmare, playing as the Neck, and I'm trying to get through that hardcore mode. I mean, you die, you lose your character.
You die, it's done.
It's
done.
It's
over, yeah.
D3, that's the only game I have a platinum trophy in.
Doesn't everybody?
It is the easiest out of all the games. It's ridiculous. D4 is kind of the same difficulty. I just started playing a couple months ago. I got a physical copy of it, and I'm like, why not? I do like the fact that even if you're offline, you're online in a way.
Right.
I love that, actually. I hate it because the fact is, if your internet's out, you can't play the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I hate, but I do like the fact that you could still see players and interact with them even if you don't have live going on.
Right.
Which is kind of cool.
It was a good thing they did with that, for sure.
But before we get onto the game, let's go ahead and rank them. What would you give if you were to rank the Diablos with expansions or without?
Yeah.
Where would you put D4?
I'd put that as my number 2, honestly.
I'm putting it as my number 2 as well. However, without the expansion, I might put it as my number 3. The expansion makes it so much better.
The hatred?
Yeah.
How so?
Because it makes it a direct sequel to number 2. It ties in the story so well. And I'm going to get into why I like D4 so much. But the story of D4 with the expansion make it a direct sequel to number 2, which I love.
Well, I thought it already kind of did that with just the original game.
But no, but in the sequel, they bring out how you have to go back Act 3 of Diablo 2, and you have to go to like, you fight Mephisto's original lair and all that other stuff. That's only in the expansion. That's not in the original game.
True.
I think they kind of overkilled it a little bit on some of the game mechanics, but we'll get that. So your number one is going to be probably what, D2, Load Destruction?
all day. Yeah.
It is such a great game. It's infallible. There's a reason why that is the most copied game, whether it be Path of Exile or the Borderlands series.
Borderlands, Grim.
Yep. I remember Grim.
Yep.
That was fun. But all of it is like, they're just following all the correct moves that D2 made.
Yeah.
Because D1 was great, but not like D2, because you don't get that feeling, that lottery feeling.
Right.
Of, oh man, I'm going to take a chance by putting on all these topazes to try to get a better item. However, I'm risking my ass, especially in hardcore mode.
Yeah.
I'm risking my ass by doing this.
Very much so.
But it's so worth it when you finally complete that green set.
Yeah.
You know? And that's something D4 doesn't have.
I mean, they have like unique stuff later on, like once you get over level 60.
Yeah.
So it didn't have it at first. That's something they brought in a few patches later, which I'm happy they did, because it did add a lot more to the game and creating more unique sets. But I do love like the masterworking and how you can change basically everything about the items that you find.
And it's cool if you find an item that, say, you don't want, but you do like its ability, you could scrap it and then throw that ability on something else.
On the new one that you like, yeah.
And then that's something from D3 that they did. But, I mean, to be honest with you, there's nothing better than just finding an awesome item, and maybe you can imbue it, and maybe you can socket it and everything else.
Right.
But no, it becomes like what my friend Larry Robbins would say, a Monty Hall campaign, where at a certain point, I mean, I only played it for a week and probably dumped 20 hours to it. Already got my guy at level Paragon 100 and something.
Oh, wow.
Playing on Torment 1 and just walking through the game. And it seems very, very non-challenge. Like, I don't never have a fear of... I think I only died 3 times, and it was really because I was just like, do I really want to use a potion right now? Now, if I was like... If it was on hardcore, I would be very, very concerned.
Oh, yeah. So.
However, no, this... but what I will say about D4 is... And why it's worth buying is... I could definitely see this. I'm not an online player anymore. I kind of gave that shit up. It becomes very consuming, and but I could see why why this game is so fun to play with others online. I could tell. There's raid bosses going constantly.
Right.
It's a totally open world map. There's clans. They do a lot of I could see why this game, but at the same time though. That kind of makes this game easier. And really, the only thing hard about this is like the raid bosses.
I mean, there is the raid bosses. As you move up through the torments and everything, like getting from torment 2 to 3, I literally just got to 3 the other day. It was a bit of grinding.
Yeah.
To find better gear, to find better skills that the gear had, to attach it to the gear I already had.
Yeah.
Trying to set up a build that actually worked.
Yeah.
Sort of thing, make sure everything was cohesive, make sure I had the right gems on, all that, there still is that aspect.
I still don't even have my gems maxed out. That's the other thing, too.
Right, I don't have all my gems maxed out either. You got to do a bunch of nightmare dungeons and stuff to get the materials. Oh, I need 1 million of these so I can make 1 gem. Well, I want this gem in all my armor. I need 8 of these. Okay, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, all right. But before we go into the late game stuff, let's talk about the early game stuff. I really like the plot line of this game. This is for the first time where I was compelled by the story since D2.
Exactly. Yeah, D3, meh. It was just a dungeon crawler. It was a thing. It was But D4, definitely the story got me very early on. It brought back a lot of those same feelings I had when I first started playing D2.
And not only that, I like how your character actually has a voice. Now, this could break or make a game Like a lot of people complain the reason why Fallout 4 sucks is because the character has a voice. However, in D4, I think it helps the game.
It does.
You don't seem like a mindless NPC. You actually feel like a Nephilim. You
Right.
actually feel like you're there to kill, you're there to track down the soul stones.
Yeah, take out Lilith. And, yeah.
And it actually, and like you're a part of her because you consume her in the very beginning.
Right.
It actually has some. It does actually feel like a race against the clock in certain ways too, and like with her petals, when you touch them and you get memories, it feels like you're a part of the lore. So much so that I don't even think D2 does it that well. I think it does it better than D2. D2 seems like it's a race against the clock to find the Dark Wanderer.
Right.
But who are you? You're a nobody.
Yeah, you're like a mercenary, basically.
In D3, well, actually, but then in D4, we actually because if you actually play D4, Rothma is the original necromancer in D2, and he was actually the main character.
Yeah.
When you beat the game of D4, you actually find out we're supposed to be playing as a necro.
Right.
Which is very interesting. And that's why he's not in D3 unless you play like the expansion.
Right.
But that matters not. Because really, you can almost strike D3 from the record. It never existed, in a way.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a side quest to the whole canon of Diablo.
Yeah, because Tyrael is the main character, and yes, Deckard Cain dies, and they do mention like a little bit of that stuff, but it's so.
It's sad that was the game he died in.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah,
because he was such a beloved character. And they even bring back other characters, too, from, like, D2 and D1. And you're like, wow, like...
Yeah.
But like D3, it's like they kind of just said, yeah, we realized that we made an arcade game. We're sorry.
Basically, that's what it was. Super cartoony. The mechanics weren't great. Like, it was way too easy to beat everything.
There was one great thing about it, though, that I still miss. Couch play. That was the only Diablo that had couch play.
Yeah.
And I love couch play.
Mm-hmm.
It's just fun to come over to your buddy's house. And you're like, oh yeah, you're playing. Oh cool. Can I make a character? Oh cool. Yeah. And then you just couch play.
Yeah.
You know? Me and my wife dominated D3. Like we did everything you could do in that game. And she goes, did we ever beat? And I go, yeah, we beat it all the time. She goes, why don't I remember it? And I'm like, exactly.
Yeah.
You don't remember it because it's not memorable.
Yeah.
You know, even the cut scenes are just like not even that memorable. And I hated how they changed Tyrael's character. Like, I like the original, like, dark, brooding Tyrael. When he becomes mortal, I mean, yeah, he's cool, like, in that scene. But after that, you're kind of just a whiny bitch. Like, you're mortal now. Why don't you do stuff?
Yeah, right.
Or why didn't you make him being the playable paladin now that he's
that
human?
Would have been sick, actually.
Now that he's a mortal paladin, why don't you have him be the you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was a lot of things I was pissed off about that. Like, anyway. But no, I really do I like the character customization kind of aspect. I mean, I know it's not really that big of a deal. Usually I don't care about the character. I mean, but the looks.
Yeah, of course.
But it does add something in when you're playing a giant MMORPG, which this is.
Yeah, exactly.
And it is cool to say, hey, my necro looks different than yours. What did you think about the skill tree? Because I actually like the skill tree better in this one than I like D2. I like D2's simplicity. I liked how D2, though, was very much, you make a fucking wrong move, you're going to have to respect your character. And if you run out of respect, you got to make a new one.
Right.
This one, you could respect on the fly, which I do like.
I like it a lot. Very much so.
But it makes it less challenging. You could fuck around and
you
experiment.
Can mess around, but that is kind of a cool thing, too.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of okay, everybody has these 3 builds that'll work in endgame.
Yes.
Right? And if you don't build that, you're wasting your time.
Yeah.
Right? But D4, there's way more builds you can do, different combinations, and the respec thing is definitely huge because now we're up against monsters that are resistant to this. I'll just respec to something else and I can get my extra gear for that.
And not only that, it's not just I have to respect. It's no, I have to respect my gear now. So it's a long process. Yeah. It's not as long as starting a new character, no. But it is long because you're okay, now I have to transfer. Because what I did is I did Swarm Thorn.
Okay.
So Thorn armor,
Yeah.
And then I made as many skeletons as possible, even if they were weaker. Didn't
Yeah.
care. I wanted as many of them.
And then all your skeletons get
have
the thorns. Yeah.
And then I made Blood Golem because he stays alive and then he's got thorns. And then I put, of course, amplified damage.
Yeah.
And then I have an automatic curse where if you hit my skellies, you get Iron Maiden on you, so it's double thorn damage.
Yeah. Okay.
So and then of course I have the so I think my army deep is like 8 regular skeletons, 4 mage, and then of course my henchmen, and then of course the blood golem. So I'm 16 deep, and they all got thorns like up the fucking
right.
gang. So even if I don't press buttons, I can wipe a board pretty easily. Now I haven't played in Torment 2. I know it's going to be a challenge.
Yeah.
But and then of course if my skeletons die, they explode and do damage.
Right.
So I do like how the chain works. The Paragon system is what kind of threw me at first.
With like the glyphs and stuff?
It took me a minute to figure it out. But
Yeah.
once I got it figured out, I'm like, oh, so for every dexterity, it goes to my skellies, and every wisdom, it goes to my... But I have to make the glyphs big enough for them to...
Right.
So that took me... That took an hour on YouTube. Maybe not an hour, maybe like 30 minutes on YouTube to kind of figure out how that works.
Okay.
So, and we're in season 9. I unlocked everything, and that's kind of when I stopped playing because I unlocked everything.
Okay.
And I'm not going to fucking pay money to unlock like cosmetic stuff.
Right.
So, how is this season compared to when the start was? And what are your favorite builds that you've used? And what is some big changes made throughout? And what do you think that they're going to do in the future for like maybe season 10 to get maybe new players or players that played it and put it down and maybe they want to pick it back up again?
Because like I did put it down for a while because it was a lot of glitchy stuff going on. It was just way too much time grinding and not really getting a lot out of it. It sucked. You put all this time to like a season, and you really couldn't ever like if you're a battle pass person or whatever. Like I had some free stuff I earned, so I basically got it for free, also for buying it on release, and it was like cool. I got like 3/4 of the way through the battle pass. It's really just skins, so not anything awesome you'd want to pay for.
Yeah, it's like what kids want. Kids want
right.
the skins.
It was definitely for little kids, and the amount of time, like I finally got this character up to like a good level, like got Paragon, It's like okay, the season's over. You can't use any of that now. And it was like
what?
There was season only stuff. So you had this whole build, this whole
So when
character.
the season's over,
when it was over, it was done.
You didn't even get to keep your character?
You got to keep your character,
But none of the stuff
but none of like the season gear. It was all you can't use it.
Did they refund it after the season was over?
No. Wow. It was just it's done. They added in a thing to where when you're playing Eternal, you can pick what season you want to play in, sort of deal.
Wow, that sounds.
So I believe they've changed that to where like you just get to keep that stuff now.
Yeah, because I mean, even though it's skins or whatever, it's like those are bragging rights.
Well, the skins you got to keep, like that's.
But
not
the gear,
you couldn't keep any of that. And there was like special unlockables for the season to improve the gear.
Yeah,
and all that went away when the season ended.
Because even in Diablo 2 and 3, they have seasonal gear, but when the season's over, it's unlockable for all. As long as you have the item, it's still in your inventory.
It's still there. Yeah.
Wow, that really
sucks.
So
they took that away. So that was one thing that stopped after season 2 and going through that twice. It was like, I'm done. I think I came back for season 4 or 5, played around. They improved some stuff, but it wasn't enough to really keep me going.
Mm-hmm.
And then now finally this newest season, it was like, okay, now they're getting stuff right.
Did they actually re-invoke your gear, though, from season 1 and 2?
Honestly, I haven't gone back to those characters just because it left a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah.
So I made a new, wizard character, new sorcerer. He's doing awesome. Like it's.
So how does the elemental damage work in this game? Because in the other game, now we're going to go on to the herodic words too, because that's something I just dipped my toe in.
Yeah.
But in D2, almost every character that you come across, every enemy you come across in Nightmare in Hell has an extreme resistance to elemental damage. In number 3, though, it's like butter. Did they improve that so you could actually go full fire for full frost for like?
Right. So you can go full one element. Like they don't have like excuse me, you can't just do no damage to an enemy. But they have like multiple things they do. So you come across a boss that's like does like frost wall and poison puddles and meteor and blah blah blah. And so it's like, oh great, this guy does like 10 things at once at me. And if I don't equip the right thing to where I can't be like stunned or slowed, like I can't be stopped, like he just murders me in 2 seconds.
Got it.
Like you have to have the right things to make past the enemy,
and that's why the respect is
super important, and the gear thing is super important.
And what did you you're at Paragon 200, right? That's the max. Are you at max right now?
No, 200 is not the max either. It goes way higher.
Oh, I heard 200 when I asked AI.
Yeah, AI's wrong again. Yeah.
Okay,
because I've seen characters at like 260, 270. It gets harder and harder, obviously, to get a new Paragon level as you go.
Actually, I just played through my next Midnight Ramen I'm going to do is going to be Snake Eater.
Oh, nice.
Because I just beat Delta.
Okay.
And AI was totally wrong when I asked it. Because I said, hey, can you beat it on very easy and then play it on easy and keep your camos and stuff? And they go, no, we're not sure, blah, 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 this and that.
Yeah.
And then it only took me 8 hours to beat the fucking game. And it's like, would you like to increase the difficulty? I'm like, yes, that's exactly what I wanted.
That's exactly what I wanted to do.
Yeah, AI is wrong, guys. Just saying.
All the time.
Yes.
All the time.
All the time. It is.
But yeah, that's the thing is, as you go later on, there are certain things you need to do in order to continue. Otherwise, the boss is just going to stomp you. Like, I'll go through an area, a dungeon, and just, my sorcerer is just murdering him, right? I don't have to try. Like, I pop out a Hydra, it kills everybody. I just keep running. It's no problem. But then they have, like, layer bosses. They have the... They have like the escalating dungeons to where it's basically like 3 or 4 chained together, and each one gets harder and harder.
And you have a certain amount of time to do it.
You have a certain amount of time to do
it.
And
then the faster you actually do it, it's kind of like D3 where they had the Torment Towers or whatever.
The time trials, I just unlocked, there's like a thing in Karas where it's like a multi-dungeon thing, but it has a lot of mechanics with the bosses. Like, oh, this boss shoots this. You have to grab this item that falls from a random monster to be able to reflect it back to the boss, to stun them, to hit them.
What?
And then so they added almost like
Zelda
ESO.
stuff.
Zelda, ESO, that kind of thing, where there's in-game fight mechanics you have to do.
That's awesome. So it's not just hack and slash.
No, and you have to be a team to do it too. It's minimum 4 people.
So that's probably
to
why
do those
I don't have
dungeons.
them. Okay, yeah. So I mean, that's another reason why I eventually will be online. But I was saying to myself, when season 10 comes out, I'll probably renew and I'll probably be, because I want to dip my toe in it. So I beat the main game.
Yeah, which isn't that hard. I'm
about to beat the expansion. I was going to do it earlier, but I just like. It felt like work because I was just pushing through. I wasn't even like enjoying it.
Okay.
But I really do like the plot line.
Yeah.
I think it's very good. It's the plot line isn't just like kill Diablo.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the plot line is like there's like moral choices the character makes.
Yeah.
Like there's this. Do you want to see this girl suffer? Do you want to put her out of her misery? Do you want to kill this demon, or do you want to trap this one, but you can only trap one because you only have one soul stone, and
right? There's
like so and much, and then like the suffering of some of these characters. Like one of my favorite scenes is when you when you actually figure out why this lich is impervious to, you can't kill him. You actually have to go into a coffin on this ghost ship and sink yourself down and drown yourself.
That was a good one.
That part was like, I'm like, wow, that's a really cool Dungeons and Dragons style writing.
Yeah.
Or like when the Frodo type character, there's a female scholar. She's a heraldic scholar.
Right.
And right before that, you have to cut off her arm, incinerate her arm.
Yep.
Because she gets bit by a drifter and she's gonna turn into like a zombie creature. And then your kind of guide through the character, instead of being, Cain, of the Herodrum, you have this drunkard who was an ex-Herodrum.
Yeah.
And he
who
has,
calls you Kane like the whole time.
and the funny thing is like he has to be sober enough just to get through it. And because he feels bad because he failed like his brothers. There's so many like characters that are just lovable in this game, including the main character. Now, I've only played it as the Necro.
Yeah.
My next playthrough, I'm probably going to play it through Druid because I love the Raven Druid playthrough, and I like doing the werebear. I like changing into like animals and fucking shit up.
Joe, I'll let you know right now, Druid is one of the hardest characters to play through.
It always is.
Yeah.
What I was going to ask is, does the story change?
No, the story doesn't change.
But I mean, the voice acting clearly.
Voice acting obviously changes. And then, of course, level 15, you get access to the special abilities or whatever per that class.
Yeah.
So that's a cool thing. So each one has a different set of missions you have to do. It's not just one and you unlock a different thing.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So for like with the Necro, you have to do the Golem mission.
Right.
Where you have to go to Rathma's like tomb and stuff. Yeah.
Do all that. Like, the Druid, there's this castle you basically have to liberate and free the souls that are connected to the earth and blah, blah.
Got it.
So they made it unique in that way, which I thought was really cool.
Okay, so here's my so that's all like the great stuff, right? Now here's the bad about this game. Choice anxiety. There's so much shit to do on that map.
Yeah.
And it's constant.
Yeah.
It never, like, once you pop one zit, two more appear. It's that bad, like, where you're like, dude, I'm just trying to clear the fucking map.
Yeah.
And it's...
the way I did it was just go region by region.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm in Kilvashad.
Let's do everything
we're just
here.
doing everything. Okay, side quest done. Strongholds done.
Yeah.
Dungeons done.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
But at a certain point, when I hit Paragon, I'm like, maybe I should just be... I'm already at Paragon. Maybe I should just be playing the main quest. Because I want to find out what happens, So that was a thing. And then here's my other complaint about that. The main quest is a lot of run over here and then teleport there just to see the next part.
Yeah.
When it's like, you could have just did a cutscene instead of me just running over there.
Right.
It's like, I want to go from Act 1 to Act 2. Why don't you just... you know what I mean?
There are no more acts.
I know. Yeah, I know. But actually, there is when you actually look, when you save your game, it'll say like...
I mean, yeah, when you save your game, but like technically you could play through Act 1 through 19 or whatever it is,
Yeah. So, I mean, that's the one thing that is I do miss about, and this is just an old school gamer complaint, is I like I'm not going to say simplicity of D2, but let's say I'm playing D2 and I'm like, I just want to run the Tyrannical. I just want to run that over and over and over and over again. Cool. Fine. Or I want to do this. I want to do that. Or in this game, it's like you could just be walking and then boom, an event happens. You're like, fuck. Yeah, I got to do it. And like you'll get a red circle going like, there's an event right there. And you're like,
right.
I got to do it. And it's hard. So it's kind of like, even though I like the introduction with the horses and stuff, it still is kind of like, it's still kind of pointless in a way because you'll be running and then like an event will happen, and you got sidetracked so goddamn easily. It's like a Bethesda game of how easily it is to get. Like every time you complete one mission, two more pop up.
Right.
And that is my one thing. I mean, hey, I can't be mad at a game for having a lot of content.
Yeah.
But the amount of content, wow. Because some of it is just repeat bullshit over and over again.
Course.
Like there's one where it's like try to hunt more meat than the person, and there's one where kill things and the blood has to enter these squares, and it's like, okay, I've already done this so many times, and then I mean, God bless the necromancer because I could just put the controller down and eat a burrito and watch during these missions. But I mean, at a certain point, it feels like I'm putting in work instead of enjoying a fun game.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like you have to learn because when I first started playing it, I had the same issue. It was like, man, I played for a couple hours. I don't feel like I really did anything because it was just one event to another, one like side mission to another.
Yeah, my level went up and my gear got better,
and like that was cool. But I didn't really feel like, and like I just had to learn to
prioritize,
just run by, like hop on the mount. double tap that boost
Yep.
and get them sprinting through where I need to go.
Yeah.
And just don't worry about the events, because in all honesty, like, oh, I did 4 events my way to the stronghold. I could have just been done with a stronghold and then moved on to the next
I
thing.
do recommend if anyone's going to play this, I say just rush or skip everything, just play, because the game levels
play
with
the
you.
main mission.
Because the game levels it, and then after you beat the game, then go do all of the stuff. They even have an option where you can skip the main game.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't recommend that, though, because
I mean, once you beat it, that's the option.
Yeah, but I can't
sort
wait.
Of thing.
I kind of can't wait to see the voice acting change and stuff, playing another character.
Yeah,
like I really do like the story of this game, and in fact, like I it really is great. It borrows a little bit from Lord of the Rings. So instead of you chasing, the Wanderer in 2. I'm going to compare this with 2. I just am, because 2 is
there's very similar.
They're very similar, because this is basically a sequel of 2, but they threw in the game mechanics of 3, but took away its Candy Crush design.
No, it feels like this is what they wanted 2 to look like from the beginning.
Yes,
but yeah, technology wasn't there.
It wasn't there. Also, though, one thing I will say about this that 2 lacks is the enemy IQ is way better. Like in number 2, your skeletons will kind of just run around and be retarded. Your skeletons know exactly what to do before you even, and the enemies even are like, because I remember back in Diablo 2 when you would fight the little fallen characters and you kill one of them and they'd run away, and I'm like, oh my God, that's genius.
Yeah.
Because why would they keep coming? They would run away like cowards.
Right.
And regain up. In this, all the enemies have a very, very good enemy IQ.
And they all have a different one depending
style.
on the enemy.
Yes.
Like you fight the werewolves, they're all jumping at a pack towards you. You got to try and dodge and move away and this and that.
How did you feel about the dodge feature?
It saves my butt all the time, so I'm all for it. You get gear to give you extra dodge points, so
I actually had a piece of gear that eliminated my dodge, but it gave me, if I stood still, I did more damage.
Yeah,
that was cool. So
that one comes in clutch. Yeah. But I had a rogue, and I used the dodge to my advantage, so I got extra points. And then I used gear. It was like, oh, if I have this many enemies around me, it's like I freeze them. I make them vulnerable.
Exactly,
I explode. So I would literally run towards a group, dodge into the middle of the group, blam, blast all of them, and then just like bow and arrow to take the rest of them out.
So one thing I'm going to say that did bother me about this. So some of my favorite characters are here, right? You have the Necro, obviously. Staple.
Yeah.
You have the Barb, staple.
Yeah, which the Barb is cool in this. You got 3 different weapon types you use and everything. That was dope.
You have, of course, you have the Rogue. Now, here's the thing that really made me mad. I love playing the Paladin.
Yeah.
I love the Aura build. I think the Aura build is a lot of fun. I really miss that he's not in this game.
Yeah.
Or she. I mean, it could have been a female Paladin. I don't care.
Yeah.
But I really kind of wish they would have had the Paladin in here, because everyone knows, like, you start off playing the Necro in D2, and then you end up playing the Paladin in D2, because he's probably the most overpowered character once you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
When you make the Tesla Dawn Fist of Heavens combo or the Whirling Hammer combo. And it does feel great to play a Paladin versus the forces of evil.
Yeah.
And kind of like the same way I love playing like the Necro, because it's like death versus evil.
Right.
Like, who's going to win, death or evil?
Yeah.
But it kind of made me sad that they didn't have the Paladin here. Now, are they probably going to throw him in eventually and as a DLC?
I think that would be very, very cool, because we have the whole like holy temple knights you fight.
Yeah.
It'd be cool if there was like a disheartened member who, decides, screw this, I'm done. And
But anyway, that's the good and bad and the ugly. The ugly is just there's too much distraction. If you're a completionist like me, your OCD will kick in, and you'll be like, I have to do these side missions, even though they don't give me shit. I just have to do them because they're just bugaboos on your map.
Yeah.
And
I just leave them there. Whatever.
no, I know. No,
I'll do them all when I'm at like Torrent 4.
Exactly. But the good is the graphics are astounding.
Yes, absolutely fantastic.
I mean, on PlayStation 5, this Diablo game, my wife was like, "Wow," because Diablo is a far away game, but I mean, it's like it looks like a serene painting. It looks like a postcard half the time.
It's gorgeous. Yeah,
and when you're in like some of the gates of hell, or not even that, the insect layers, or the caves, like everything looks gorgeous. The sound design is great. The music is cool. They bring back some of the old music.
Right.
They mix it in with some of the new music.
Yep.
The voice acting is not cheesy. It's actually very, like, I mean, honestly, play Skyrim today, the voice acting is pretty fucking dated.
Yeah, 100%.
This game is.
They got like 4 guys doing all the voices.
Well, I mean, it's not as bad as Oblivion, but yes.
Yeah.
But this game, like, the voice acting is great. Like, you can tell there's a lot of stuff put in here, and it's got something for everybody. If you're an online gamer and you're just there for the stats, this game's for you.
Yeah.
If you're like me and you like the story, but you are a completionist, this game's for you. I know it was free on
PS5.
It was a couple of months ago. I bought a physical copy of it. Unfortunately, you still have to have online access, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
No, it's a pretty game. Oh, and if you want the gore and the violence that you missed from number 2, boy,
it's all there. Because 3, it took it away.
Yeah. This has gotcha. This
and then some.
Yeah, because number 3 was basically a remake of Gauntlet.
Yeah.
This is not. This is like a reimagining of 2.
Yeah.
And
I like how every class can be both male or female.
I do like that too. And
that is super dope.
And you could tat them up. You can give them piercings. You can make them androgynous. You could.
Whatever you want to do with them, you can do with it.
Because I mean, my Necro looks straight up from Hellraiser. He's got like a pentagram on his head, and his eyes are red, and he's got like white hair, and his head is shaved, and he's like, "I'm evil."
I made my guy look super emo.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, like all the Necro guys should be in a band.
He's got like the pulled over sideways 2004 haircut.
Yeah, I know that haircut. No, so yeah, the character design is good. The graphics are great. There's not too many cutscenes. There's just as many as you want. And I never skip them. Like, they're always welcomed.
Yeah.
And that's the thing too. Is like, many games like Diablo. Sometimes you're like, okay, I'm gonna skip. All right, I'm gonna skip. Because their banter is kind of bullshit. The only thing I really skip in this one is the banter between the side quests. Like, that's it's like, I lost the thing.
I don't want to lose another 5 minutes of playtime listening to you ramble on about somebody that died doing something stupid.
Yeah, I know, for real. So I don't know. Out of a scale of 1 to 10, and I am very, very, very favoritism to my Diablo games. But I hold them at a high standard.
Yeah.
I'm going to give this, I'm not going to give it a 9. I'm going to give it just under, I'm going to 8.7.
Okay.
Because I will play it again. I am still playing it. It's really easy to beat. It could be harder. It seems like they didn't have the difficulty right. It's too easy, and then when you rack it up, oh, wait, it's way too hard. Yeah. So it's like one of those things where you kind of have to like dip your toe into the deep end of the late game stuff. But I'd say, like, if I were just to play this game naked, just starting a level 1 character and just playing the main storyline without any of the late game shit, this game is awesome. It's a great game, and the end game stuff is a lot of fun. I could see why there's online clans and communities for it. So yeah, I get it. What would you give this?
I was gonna give it like 8.5, somewhere in there.
Cool.
So.
We'll settle on an 8.6.
Okay.
Does that sound good?
Yep.
What would you give in comparison? So let's run through the gambit. D2, what would you give it?
Oh, that was so much, like probably a 9.5.
I'm giving it a 9.8.
Okay.
I have to. It's just one of those games that I will never not play.
Okay.
And never not play that game. It's just like as much as I talk shit about Fallout 4, it's probably my favorite game of all time.
Oh, wow.
Despite all its glitches. No, I've spent over 2,000 hours in that game.
Oh, wow.
I saw my clock on it, and I'm like, holy shit, I just re-downloaded it. And it's just like one of those games where building up your communities and
Yeah.
and just being like it's Sim City, but you get to shoot shit.
Yeah.
No, it's probably and you know it's got to be a 9-9. I don't think there is. I think the most perfect game ever is probably Super Mario World.
That one was amazing.
It's right or
Yeah.
or Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. Like I mean, it's probably a Super Nintendo game is on there, but no, that's as far as modern games go. You could probably get this for. I got mine for 30 something bucks. Great purchase.
Yeah.
Love Diablo 2. Love Diablo 4. Diablo 1 still great. Diablo 3. I'll tell you what. If you really want to play it, write me and I'll send you my copy. I'll sign it for you.
There you go.
All right, guys. Thank you for listening to Midnight Ramen. And we're going to be back with next week with Snake.